Hey everybody, Kendra here. So I wanted to talk about going and like exercising. So it's really important to lift weights, to have some type of resistance, but it's also, or bands, I guess, like bands as resistance. And then it's also really important to incorporate other things like walking, which I don't do enough of. I don't really like my neighborhood, so I have to go somewhere to go walking, and sometimes I just don't feel like doing that. But I do incorporate yoga. Every week I'll do a yoga nidra or a yoga like yin or restorative. So those are like yoga nidra is more meditation, like you're sitting there going through your body, like you're in between the waking state and the sleeping state. And then yin and restorative, one's using more props, one isn't. And it's very slow. You're holding poses, you're breathing, you're basically just sitting there, and it's nice. And it's very good because it gets, instead of like the top layers, like the muscles and stuff like that, it gets deeper into connective tissues, which is really important because we need the blood flow to those. The blood flow is less in those than it is into like your muscle. So that's really important to do those. And it's really important to do like the more upbeat, not really fast. I don't like really fast-paced yogas, but like just an upbeat, like yoga, hatha, vinyasa, ashtanga, like something like that, right? It's very healthy to do all of this. And then I started at Hot Works, and that's where you're like in a sauna doing stuff, and you really have to watch out hyperextending in those because your body is more pliable and mobile in them. But anyway, I started there. But see, I'm not just gonna do that because then I'm not getting the full benefit of the weights or resistance, right? Because not all of them use resistance. Only like 2 of the classes use resistance bands, and they don't use any weights at all. And then also the yoga, I don't really want to just do hot yoga. Like I want to experience all the various types of yoga in a natural, normal environment as well, different temperature, able to breathe. I'm able to use props. I'm able to, which are like things that help just your practice, help you open up more, essentially. So anyway, just take care of your body, try out different ways of exercising, because it's not just about losing fat and gaining muscle and looking good for everybody else or yourself. It's also about kind of hitting all of these different areas as well. It's mobility with flexibility. I like to say mobility instead of flexibility, but that along with strength, along with being able to breathe, along with being able to kind of sit there in meditation for 5 or less minutes, or do a breathing exercise to get more oxygen into the body, chanting if you are okay with that, vibrating the body in different ways. So I know that people aren't able to do all of this all of the time, but it is beneficial if you can to just get into a routine of changing it up. I do most of everything here at my house. The only thing I go and do is if I have to walk, or I go to Hot Works. So, because there's a lot of free stuff online. And that's what I do. To work out, like weights and stuff, Sydney Cummings, Howdy Shell is her last name though. Sydney Cummings, Howdy Shell. And fantastic personal trainer. Fantastic. Love it. I love it. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. So, I mean, you can, I guess, if you don't feel like it, I guess that there's that depression, but then there's also, getting out of it and trying something for yourself when you can and whenever you feel like it. So take care of yourself, because your body will take care of you as you get older in age. And disease and immobility and sickness doesn't have to be what happens after 50 or 60. You can be completely fine until like you're in your hundreds, and you're gonna have less mobility probably, or things are gonna change, but it doesn't have to be immobile. It doesn't have to be sick. It doesn't have to be the things that society and the government and everybody else tells you it has to be. So pick up my book, links below. That'll help you with a more well-rounded whole body wellness perspective in your life, and also mental health. All right. If you value the content I create, please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.